Welcome to this meditation techniques audio handbook where we will be discussing different meditation techniques for DNA activation, energy healing, psychic development, expanding perception, and extrasensory perception. You can achieve all these things, and it is not far beyond your reach right now. How this presentation will go is we'll start with the basics, and it's going to be a 3-part basic session for establishing a full flow, the two-way connection. One of the most essential keys in all of these meditations, psychic wanderings, and energy healing. So in the basics, we'll talk about 3 methods for flowing energy, how to think about energy, and how to feel it. Then we will continue on into the 10 of my best meditation, visualization, and energy work techniques. These are the best and most useful meditations for developing your psychic sense, intuitive gifts, flowing energy, healing your body, activating your DNA, and really just physically rejuvenating you. I'm very excited to share these meditation techniques with you, and I hope you will enjoy them. Before we get into the basics, I want to talk about 2 points and like an overview, and then we'll get started. Number 1, the tools. The tools for flowing energy, the subtle energy in your aura and throughout your body. There's 3 tools that we will be constantly using throughout this entire audio session. The first one, your awareness. What you can feel, the sensory experience, where your focus and attention is. This is very key for 2 reasons. Because wherever you are focusing, wherever your awareness is, energy flows. Where your attention goes, energy flows. So if you want to flow energy to somewhere, you focus at the start and the end, and move, and you have to bring your awareness to the energy you want to move. And more than that, the second reason the awareness is so important is because it's your feedback system. By keeping a pure, open perception and learning to eliminate judgments, eliminate expectations of what this should feel like, eliminating any attachment or reaction to pain or emotions, because while we're clearing our aura and energy, emotional traumas may come up. Pain and uncomfortability is often a result of releasing blockages. And to fully release any blockages, you will have to accept, acknowledge, and embrace all aspects of the awareness, the energy, or the blockage. Therefore, any judgments will get in the way. So your awareness, holding a pure, open perception, allows you to dial in and tune in to the energy and direction you want the energy to flow. And more than that, it allows you to have a sensory input or a feedback system for what your breath and imagination are doing. You see, the two other tools for doing these meditations and energy work is your breath and imagination. Your awareness lets you know if the energy is moving, if it's getting tight or blocked up, what it feels like. See, when we start to move subtle energy, you won't know if you're doing it correctly or if you're doing it at all until you can open up your perception enough, expand your awareness to the point where you can get feedback. At the beginning of this audio session, if you cannot feel energy, which we'll get into, I want you to focus on the next two tools, breath and imagination. Still using awareness, but mostly relying on breath and imagination. So breath is the movement, the force. It is the flow. See, your breath is why you're alive. It is actually the function that is life, because breath is spirit. Breath is spirit. God breathed life into the earth and expanded it. God breathed life into the heavens and expanded it. Our breath animates. This is very key. Our breath animates. So when you create a visualization in your head for, say, your entire golden light body and aura, right? When you breathe life and movement and animation into that imagination, you give it energy. You manifest it in the physical. It's not gonna shift the colors and move things around you quite yet, but it'll affect these subtle energetic fields in which you exist. So by holding an imagination, having that imagination in alignment and harmony with your sensory experience, with your awareness, right? And then using your awareness and that imagination to set up the intention, to set up an energy flow. If you're going to flow energy somewhere, first you imagine it, bring your awareness to that area, and then connect your breath to that flow. Your breath controls the flow, the intensity, and the amount of energy in which makes up and is flowing through your body and aura. So breath is the movement, the force, the animator, right? The flow. Imagination is the intention. It is the communication to what you want to happen. It is your imagination. If you build this visualization of the energy flowing, and then you intensify it with vivid colors, with different types of light, with warmth and healing and love vibrations, add a full sensory experience to the energy and imagination, you intensify the effect you have in the subtle fields. So breath is the life force, the flow, the movement. The imagination is your intention and the communication. And then your awareness is your tuning device. It dials you in to your body, to certain types of energy, determines the location, type, and flow. So awareness is the feedback system. Okay, I think that's enough on the tools. Those three things that we just discussed will be referenced in almost every meditation, and those will be just the three common things that we discuss and use throughout these meditations. The last point. The basics, I'm going to set up a full sensory experience and the technique and the key points to focus on. But after the basics, after we have established kind of a general feel for what we're doing, you have begun to feel energy and build your familiarity with your subtle energetic field and these types of meditations we are doing. Then I want you to experiment throughout this and with all of these 10 meditations. You see, I'm giving you my best meditation and energy work techniques, and I'm giving you them just as the form, the technique, the function, and key points. I'm not going to build the full sensory experience or do a guided meditation, because each person's experience with each meditation will be different. And I want you guys to build your own, to use your own intuition, to shape how you think and feel about different energies, to use your own ingenuity when trying to flow and release certain blockages. I want you to develop your own way of thinking and visualizing the processes which are taking place within your body and outside of your body. This is the only way to true mastery and full activation of what you can do with meditation and energy. So again, I won't be doing guided meditations. I'm just building the main function, the technique, and what you need to do. I want you guys to take these 5-minute clips of the technique and add your own sensory input. Build a vivid visualization of what I'm talking about, and experiment. Try new things, attempt new visualizations, use different points of focus and awareness, different kinds of flow and imagination, and see what happens. See what the result is. Add little things in, alter different meditations, combine them. These are kind of like your toolbox, okay? This is the toolbox of kind of like archetypal or standalone techniques that each teach you a different aspect and function of yourself, your energy, and perception. So to begin, all these meditations and visualizations and energy healing techniques work best if you're out in nature with your shoes off, your feet connected to earth, sitting on the grass or laying on your back. No position is better than the other, and try all positions. Laying flat on your back is enormously beneficial for clearing your base chakra, your sacral chakra, and releasing all tension in your lower back, hips, and legs. A normal lotus position or a upright position is also beneficial for meditation and energy healing. The main points of focus here is make sure your spine is straight. Be out in nature, connected barefoot if you can, under the sun. Other points to go over. A mindfulness meditation is the introduction into any of these visualization and imagination techniques. So, calm and make your mind tranquil. Release all tension in your body. Get into a comfortable position. And just breathe in sunlight with no thoughts, no emotion. Just be. And allow your thoughts and body to grow still. Take however long you need to do this, and I recommend doing this before each one of these meditations you dive into. A second note, binaural beats and headphones are recommended if you're in a noisy area, if you're by a highway, or just with a lot of commotion. Also, I encourage you to try binaural beats with a headset if you never have. These are extraordinarily helpful for getting you into the right frequency and attuned to a loving, healing vibration. I have a whole binaural beat playlist on Reality Files with my favorites. You can start there. So let's take some deep breaths through our diaphragm, letting our thoughts run, not attempting to control any thought. Just imagine that those thoughts are outside the window, and we're here with our breath and nothing else, and we get to just be at peace. Deep breaths through the diaphragm and out. Let your mind come to ease and pay no heed to the thoughts or feelings. Just release all and just be. And we're ready for the first meditation.